I think that was a little bit too early. We were still well ahead of the game after 10 overs in their innings. And with 5 overs to go, they needed 80. And I think that's when they sort of pulled the trigger and got relatively close. Now, we had some plans to Rashid, which we didn't quite execute tonight. But in saying that, he batted well, he put the bowlers under pressure, and he got them back into the game to make it an interesting one. Look, these days the guys play against each other quite a bit. So I think that's one big factor. We've got 2 Afghanistani players in our side, and they'll give us some info. Excuse me. But like you saw on the night, it didn't quite work. You still have to execute that plan. And also at this ground, you've got a prevailing wind blowing from over the scoreboard to the change room. So you can use that as well as a bowler to your advantage. And that's also maybe one thing that I didn't, use that well tonight. So like I said, he played well and he put the bowlers under serious pressure, and that's what happens. There's no secret. I think, what you see is what you get with him. He's still very fit. He trains really hard. He trains very specific in what he does with his batting. And I think that's what sort of, that's why he jumps out of the pack a little bit. You get a lot of guys that sort of play in these leagues that, they don't work as hard as they used to when they was younger. But Puff, he probably works harder than he worked when he was younger. So I think that's the reason why, he has this longevity. If you talk about injuries, all those things, he never gets those, soft tissue injuries because he's really fit. And like I said, he's developed his batting in a way that suits T20 cricket now, where he's comfortable opening the batting and he's comfortable against spin. He's comfortable hitting fast bowlers over the top. And that's something that he brought into his game in the last few years, and he's really good at that. Yeah, look, that was our fear tonight. The way, if you look at the team, that's how they stack up. They've got a few nice openers, and then Pooran, David, Pollard, Rashid. So that's a very big and heavy middle order, and that's the danger of their team. But you also know, if you can get quick wickets in a power play like we did, you can put those boys under pressure. So that worked out for us tonight. Early wickets was a key to put them under pressure, and then Rashid, it was his night with Monank. I thought he played well. He kept the innings together for them. Those two, sort of, got them back in the game. No, I've watched him a bit. I coached Namibia, and against USA, he's played against us quite a bit. I watched him a bit in the World Cup before he got injured. He looks like a very decent player. Had a bit of a slow start tonight, maybe, but that happens when there's wicket falls around you. And he showed towards the end that he's capable of getting the score rate up. So yeah, definitely a player for the future. Yes, I think we've enjoyed that every match so far in Texas. But tonight is especially special for the players. Chennai, Mumbai, especially in the IPL, is such a big derby game, and you sort of bring that vibe into America, and you feel the fans also. They're here for this big game, and yeah, it's special. It's nice. As a franchise team overseas, if you can play most of your games from Texas and have a support base like that, I'm sure it helps. Yeah, look, there's always going to be a difference. I don't think you can compare a cricket tournament to India anywhere else in the world. The fans are just crazy there. The players can't even get out of their hotels. So from that point of view, I think there's a lot more freedom here for the guys to move around and do what they want to do. In terms of cricket, it might take a few years for especially the local players to get up to speed with where the standard should be. They're getting there quickly, and we've seen this wicket here. It's such a great wicket and such a nice venue. Nothing wrong with it. So I foresee that we're going to see a few scores over 200 here very soon.